Well, it was not day one, but quite the storybook to start day two. With the 32nd pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers tapping into an elite lineage that they know well. Joey Porter Jr. is heading home. The Penn State corner and son of Steelers legend Joey Porter bringing a physical presence on the outside in press man coverage and presents a willing tackler, the all Big Ten talent heading back to the Steel City. In studio with our draft expert, Ryan Wilson, Bryant McFadden, who played alongside Senior, is here as well. We're going to dig into it all. But first, let's dig into the archive here. We got some stuff pulled for this very moment. There he is, Joey Porter Jr. on the tail end of a Super Bowl with Senior, going to be wearing that very uniform next season. It is storybook stuff, and I'm sure a dream realized for that family. Not only that, the young man joined BMAC on All Things Covered, P2 as well, just last week. And here's what he had to say about the possibility of this moment.
BMAC tell me so many great things about you when you was a kid running around the locker room, and I watched those guys hoist those trophies. But we all know the connection that you have with the Pittsburgh Steelers during the pre-draft. But how crazy would it be for us to be teammates next week?
No, that would be dope. That would be dope. I already know you got a lot of knowledge on the game, and I'm just going to be asking a lot of questions if that happens. So, yeah, that would be exciting.
And that is now a reality. I mean, surface level, it's a day one talent selected early here on day two, but it goes much deeper than that. BMAC, first word goes to you here. You saw the young man running out of the locker room, and he's now a part of that locker room in the Steel City.
Yo, it's a real moment for me because that picture of Joey Porter Sr. holding Joey Porter Jr. was my rookie year when we won Super Bowl 40 against the Seattle Seahawks. And I still consider myself to be really, really young. But seeing that picture and now watching Joey Porter Jr. get his name called in the second round, drafted in the National Football League, it kind of makes me feel a little old. So I got to go out and test my back pedal to see do I still got a little bit of sauce, a little bit of juice left? Because, man, it's coming full circle, as you mentioned. This is a huge get for the Pittsburgh Steelers because leading up to the draft, especially last night, getting ready for round one, every analyst, every draft expert, every fan had a first-round grade on Joey Porter. But for whatever reason, he didn't hear his name called in the first round. And for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's right there at 32. So this is a huge get for the Pittsburgh Steelers because you get a first-round talent in the second round, arguably one of the more athletic corners in the draft, extremely long, and his bloodline is super legit. Man, this is going to be a fun watch, and I can't wait to hear the stories within the stories in regards to Pat P sharing all his knowledge with JP Jr.
It's going to be a beautiful thing. Thank you card should be in the mail, as this was the Chicago Bears pick via that Chase Claypool swap. Ryan, we heard BMAC talk a little bit about it there, the skill set that Joey Porter Jr. brings to the Steel City. I mean, it is a storybook, but it's also a fantastic player. If not for the long shadow of Will Levis, this would have been the guy we were talking about overnight that should have been selected in the first round.
Exactly. And this isn't even a surprise, Joe. The only surprise is that the Steelers waited until the 32nd pick. Thank you, Chicago Bears, for a couple of reasons. Number one, is part of the Chase Claypool trade, as you mentioned, but also the Steelers historically have struggled to find cornerbacks in the first round. Chad Scott in 2002 was a pretty good player, and then Artie Burns back in 2016 did not work out. So this is an opportunity for you to get a first-round talent at the beginning of round two, so technically isn't a first-round cornerback, but as BMAC talked about, he is long, he is fast, didn't have the ball production that perhaps Devin Witherspoon had, but he had tons of pass breakups, and again, with Pat P as your mentor, that is a great place to start. And just so we're clear, 17 years ago that BMAC was on the field celebrating the Super Bowl, so we are all old, BMAC.
He had to do it to him. Fellas, great work as always. And as is a story complete here, Joey Porter Jr. heading home to Pittsburgh. Here's a look at the two, and it's uncanny. A 99 draft year, now a 2023 elite lineage. Quite the gene pool there in the Porter family as Joey Porter Jr. with pick number 32 is headed home to Pittsburgh.